How was the feeling like knowing that you guys won the Nsmq 2022? Walk us through the moment.
So, just after we had answered the third video,
I'm a metal halide commonly used in cloud seeding. Yes. Alfred?
Silver iodide.
You're right.
Hi guys, and welcome back to the King&ewuratv. You are welcome to another exciting episode of our interviews. This time we are interviewing the champions of the 2022 National Science and Maths Quiz, and no other person but Alfred Ken-Nsiah from Presec Legon. You wouldn't want to miss this interview for anything, so stay glued to this video. Also, we interviewed Lionel from Prempeh College. So if you haven't seen that video, check in the description and watch that video. Let us know in the comment section who you would like us to interview in our next video. How has life been after the National Science and Maths Quiz?
oh, right now life has been really good. Meaning, after we won, like the excitement is very great and the support, and now I can see I'm really enjoying life.
Okay, that's good. So, can you tell me, like, have you met any dignitaries after winning the trophy?
Oh yes, we have met quite a number of people. If I'm to mention, I won't be able to mention all. But the president, as you know, we have met him. It was really a great experience, and it was nice meeting such a great man. We're very excited because we wouldn't have ever imagined that this will be where we will be. So it was like, hey, this is the president of the country. We shook his hand and he spoke to us. It was really a nice and great experience.
So, in a nutshell, tell us, who is Alfred?
Okay, Alfred, that's me. I'm a young boy from the Western region, specifically from Takrady. And I'm a boy. I'm the third in my family. I have a senior brother and a senior sister. My parents are Mr. Anthony Nsea and Mrs. Ndala Nsea. And my senior sister is Nsea. My senior brother is Anthony Nsea. And I go to church at Prevailing Word Chapel. And I'm here in Legon studying medicine.
So, you see, that's a very introduction. Tell us a bit about your family, GSS, and all that.
Oh, I went to primary school. Okay, first I started school at Dog Pass, also in the Western region. Then I went to St. Peter's before I moved to St. Francis of Assisi School, where I spent most of my time. That's from Basic 1 to GSS 3. Then from there, I moved to the great Presec Legon. And now, I'm in.
Pressure. Indeed, the great Presec Legon, yes. But you know, there was a viral picture I saw on the internet. I don't know if you saw it. Of you, as small as you are, studying. I don't know. What was that picture about? Because I thought they were linking it to the Nsmq. I don't know whether you saw that picture. Tell us about that.
As far as I can remember, I remember that I was just there studying by the ironing board. And I don't know how that picture got out, but...
But who took you that photo?
I can't remember.
I'm sure it's your mother. Oh.
Yeah, I doubt. Maybe my siblings or someone.
Okay, so this is a very tricky but an optional question though. Did any of the Nsmq ladies catch your eye? And if yes, which school?
Okay, I think there were many girls doing the Nsmq. So, and during that time, there was so much pressure. We couldn't really take notice, but there were many girls there. So, as for that.
Hey, so anyone didn't catch your eye?
Like, I didn't really pay attention, but there were many girls. I'll stick to that.
Let's move to Presec Legon. How was your time in Presec Legon like? Your experience and all that. How was life in Presec Legon?
Oh, my journey in Presec Legon was very nice, and I'll never regret going to that school. And when I entered the school, I was in House 9, and from there on, I joined the quiz team, so I had to move to House 10. And I was there throughout. I was in Science 7, then we moved to Science 4 because they created the EWURA class, so they had to move us. So I think my stay in Presec was really nice, and I really enjoyed it.
Wow, that's nice. So you both had a EWURA class?
Yes, something like that.
Wow. So how did they select the EWURA class?
I think the administration took the highest in each our former classes and just added it to form a new class.
Oh, okay. So whilst on Presec, were you in any group activity, like your talent and all that, apart from being a brella and your books? Were you involved in any of such things?
I wasn't really involved in any extracurricular activity, but I was part of some clubs. That's the Sharks Club and the Science and Maths Club. So,
And we know you can play the piano. So were you playing the piano at school?
no, because of the umbrella, I didn't like join the music team and stuff.
So you were playing the piano in the house?
Yes.
Okay. That's cool. If you don't know, he can play the piano. Okay. So it's not only about Brella. What was the reception back at home like? When you guys went to the house back at Presec, what was the reception like?
Oh, at Presec, the whole management was happy. The old boys and even the students, they were just happy, celebrating. At home, family, friends, everyone was happy for me. My former school, that's St. Francis of Assisi in particular, hosted me, and we were very happy to see me.
That was your GSS, right?
Yes.
Have you always wanted to join the Nsmq team, or have you always wanted to join the Nsmq competition?
Oh yes, that's the Nsmq is how I really met Presec. I saw Presec students doing Nsmq, so then I decided to go to Presec, and
Okay. So you thought of Presec since childhood.
yes.
Oh, okay. So since you guys are the all-time champions, 6th time before you guys won the 7th one, right? I know preparation towards the Nsmq and choosing of the students will be that difficult. When they were choosing the students, what process did you people go through?
Oh, we were a team of 11 boys, so choosing us was really difficult, and the teachers and the management of the quiz team did a really good job to conduct tests and quizzes to select us, and finally I was able to contest.
So when you heard that you were part of the 3, how was the feeling?
Oh, I was very happy, but with that also, you must know that you are supposed to win.
Yeah. But I also saw you guys in the last year finals auditorium. Yes. Being in that final, what was going through your mind?
Actually, that final, I couldn't believe we had lost. So just after they had declared Prempeh the winners, I thought like they would come back and change something, but we waited and they just said we should leave, and we went. And I was just so shocked. I thought that like something happened just before they had declared, but nothing really happened. So
Okay. So still, that thing is still there with the scoreboard issue, right?
yeah.
I know if a Prempeh college student is watching, they will be in the comment section shouting, right? Can you tell us the preparation that went into your training before the regional competition and then the national competition? How is your training for Presec? How is your training?
So in Presec, we're a team of 11 boys, and those boys were really good boys and special boys. Like a team of unique boys I've met in the school, and although 3 of us got the chance to like come that show our faces, is the work started long time and it's done by a lot of people, old boys, management, teachers. So the preparation for Nsmq for Presec is really rigorous, and
It's really rigorous.
yeah.
No vacation.
Not really.
What are some of the restrictions that applies to Nsmq students? Like no vacation, no holidays.
So for quiz boys, normally during some of the vacations we stayed in school to study, and really quiz boys you really couldn't like get another position. Not like you were restricted, but you just couldn't get maybe school prefect or prep prefect or something else, like any other position in the school. It's very difficult to combine that and being a quiz boy. So
Okay. Let's come to the final. How was the feeling like knowing that you guys won the Nsmq 2022? Walk us through the moment.
so just after we had answered the 3rd riddle,
I'm a metal halide commonly used in cloud seeding. Yes. Alfred?
Silver iodide.
You're right.
because you knew that after the third riddle, no other, even if they answered the fourth, we were still going to win. We were so happy. We couldn't even believe that we had finally won because this is a long-awaited dream. And we thank God that it has come to pass. And from there on, we celebrated, and we are still celebrating.
Yeah, I watched it and I saw the reaction, both you and Tenkran. You guys couldn't believe it. And yes, the reaction was there. Cool. So there's a viral video. I don't know if you saw it, but someone was watching the finals. The person mentioned the answer, the silver iodide answer. Silver iodide. Thank you.
Silver iodide.
Thank you. Did you see that video?
Yes.
Who was that?
Capital.
Yeah, I saw the video. He mentioned the answer, and then you guys mentioned the answer. I said, why were you both talking spiritually?
But he's a very good quiz boy, so I'm sure he knew the answer, and so it wasn't just a coincidence.
Okay. What was the most challenging topic you encountered during the quiz?
So most challenging topic, that would be maybe the problem of the day in our semi-finals. That was a little, I think, no, we had one or so. I think it was a physics question that we had one, and I think the other schools got 0 or either one. But it was really a problem. And we weren't able to do it in the allotted time, but we thank God that in the end it all worked out.
What subjects were you good at? What was your stronghold in terms of the subject, the various science subjects, and what was the stronghold of your colleague Tenkran?
Okay, I'll say I think I was shifted towards a little biology and chemistry, and he was taking, I think, physics and maths that side, something like that.
Oh, okay. So is that why you are doing medicine?
Not really, but it's just a coincidence again.
Because normally biology, truth be told, I didn't like biology. Is it biology that you have to read? You have to read. You know, science students are watching us. Let us know in the comment section. Biology, physics, chemistry. What was your favorite? Can you tell us a particular memory you have that has still been with you after the competition?
That would be when we won in the finals.
Okay. That final memory that it never be released. So, coming to the coaches, your mentors, how did they influence or how did they impact the competition for you guys?
So, for our teachers, we had many teachers who not only helped in teaching, but also helped giving emotional support and guidance to anytime we're down, anytime we had problems. They helped us, and all these help shaped us into the victory that we won in the Nsmq. And many of them are in Presec, and apart from our parents and family around, other old boys also came around to help and support us. And we really thank them.
So who was your quiz coordinator?
Mr. From.
There was one man who was very vibrant in your team. I think when it gets to prayers, he's the one who will call the students, let's go and pray. Who was that teacher?
For teachers who help in prayer, we have counselors. We have Seyok. We had Mr. Fram's friend, a cousin who was a prophet who came around to help us, even though he's not like a Presec old boy. And I'm also really grateful to him. And many of the teachers came to help pray, and so I don't really know which one you are really talking about.
Okay. But then we know that Presec, when it's due for their competition, we will see them on the Nsmq auditorium or outside praying before the competition, like really cabin. What is the correlation between prayers and your competition? Can you tell us more?
Yes, as you know, everything we have to start with God, and sometimes it's not just about what you know, because maybe it's not always the best teams that win, but sometimes it takes something else, something you may not have thought of, but sometimes it takes God. More like every time it takes God for you to win an Nsmq. And I'm really grateful to God. In fact, we are all really grateful to God that we have won.
Wow. We can even preach on the channel. What do you think?
Yeah, sure.
So back in Presec, were you holding in a spiritual position, as in your nomination and all that? Were you having such positions?
No, not really. I didn't have any position.
How has winning the Nsmq impacted your life?
Through the Nsmq, I've met a lot of great people, and some like the president of the country Ghana, and I hope and I'm looking forward to experiencing more opportunities and see more doors open because of the Nsmq.
So, how did you manage to balance your studies and the Nsmq? I know some of our students who are watching the channel will be eager to hear your answer for that. How did you balance it?
So you have to try and learn more for your WASI and learn more for your Nsmq, because everything is a risk. Because if you focus on the Nsmq and you don't actually win, even if you put in all your efforts, then you'll be stranded and you feel like I shouldn't have even have done this thing. So just try. When you study small WASI, study small Nsmq, and I'm really grateful to God that everything worked out.
Wow. So is that difficult managing the two, right?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Because I was thinking that since you joined the Nsmq, if you are in the Nsmq team, automatically you do well in the WASI. It doesn't work like that, eh?
Not really, because Nsmq doesn't include the social studies and your English and other subjects. I think social studies and English, but for the rest, I think the Nsmq covers it.
So can you talk about the process of working together with your teammates? How did that turn out? How did you guys work together as a team to achieve this purpose?
Oh, for the set of boys we had, they were very cooperative, not thinking about their own fame or anything. They were just all supporting us, even when the three were choosing, helping us, setting questions for us and supporting us, teaching us everything we needed to know. And as a group, because we stayed together, we were able to win together.
How did you manage, how were you able to manage the pressure of the quiz, dealing with the pressure and all that? Which technique were you guys using?
So for me, I'd rather not think about it, because thinking about it won't make it any less. So you just keep your mind off it and hopefully it will work out for you.
Can you speak on the impact the quiz have had on your life, your personal development and all that?
And through the quiz, I've been able to learn more things that I wouldn't have learned in the normal WASI syllabus, things maybe I'll apply in the near future. And the quiz has opened my mind to many things in science and in general. It has really boosted my career apart from the relationships and things and values I learned during the Nsmq team.
Give us 4 Nsmq grades, you know. This is difficult, but try your best.
For the Nsmq grades, if I say I might mention more than 4, but I'll just say one that I really like admire. That's Jeffrey Asala.
Oh, okay, Jeffrey Asala. Okay. So you can't add the other 3.
No, it will be difficult to mention.
Okay. Did you make some friends from the other schools?
I didn't really come into contact with other schools that much, but I made some friends.
If you want to thank some of your students from Presec and JHS, which students are you going to thank?
As in, so students in Presec, I would thank, apart from the team, I thank all those in my class, Science 7, who helped me, from the class prefects to David Prempeh and all the boys in Science 7.
In fact, you have to give shout out. Those you want to give shout out to, give shout outs to them.
Okay, shout outs to David Prempeh, Obobi, all the House 9 boys, yes, my boys, and all the Science 7 boys who have helped me before I moved to a different class and still stayed with me after I moved to the new class.
So in all this, what will you say contributed to your success?
So the first would be God, because without God, I wouldn't come to Presec, I wouldn't join Nsmq, and I wouldn't win Nsmq. So apart from God, who is the foundation, the support from my parents, friends, family, old boys have all contributed to this victory. And apart from that, I think you have to study and have self-determination and hard work in order to reach this far.
That's cool. So to every NSM contestant that comes to our channel, we have a culture. They have to give us their favorite team your favorite food, your favorite player. So we start. What's your favorite team?
Okay, that'll be Manchester United.
Guys, you know, that's the team. That's the team. Team Biancoda. What's your favorite player? Messi or Ronaldo?
Ronaldo.
Hey, I see Ronaldo. But you know Messi won the World Cup.
Oh yeah.
And you still think Ronaldo is the best?
Yes.
Hey. Okay. What's your favorite food?
Jollof.
And
Okay, jollof and chicken. Huh?
okay. Big girls or Marys?
Every girls.
Do you have any question for me?
How is your channel planning on moving on and reaching out to not just Nsmq but beyond?
We are planning on actually going on the streets with the Nsmq questions, asking people if they also grasp what they are really watching on the TV to get their reaction to that. Okay. Those people are people who can meet on campus, so campus students.
That will be fine.
In fact, tell our viewers to subscribe to the channel.
So, all viewers, please subscribe to this channel. Thank you.
Okay, so we'll come your way with another interview, hopefully with a person you mentioned in the comment section. So if you want us to interview another past Nsmq contestant, just let us know the particular person in the comment section and you might be lucky. We'll bring you that interview. We'll see you in the next video.